Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Welcome to it. It is Film Chats with D. It's 2 p.m. on a Thursday, which only means one thing. It's time for us to get film chatting. Today on the show, I'm going to be talking everything reality TV. And just before we start, I just want to say, if this is the first time you're joining us, welcome. If this is not the first time, thank you very much for supporting me throughout the weeks with Film Chats with D. I really appreciate it. And today my guest is Phume. Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good.
We're discussing reality television.
Yeah. One
And
of my
you,
favorite
yes.
things.
What do you love? Let's start with, what do you love so much about reality television? And why reality television?
I think the one thing that draws me to it really has to be the drama around it all.
Ooh.
I think that was the first thing that attracted me to reality TV.
Uh-huh.
But I would say what kept me staying watching it would have to be just how it's about real people's lives. You get to hear what other people are going through and just sort of get a delve into their lives.
Now, I researched the definition of reality TV, and it says television programs in which ordinary people are continuously filmed, designed to be entertaining rather than informative. So do you understand when you're watching reality television, you're not getting any information in? But I would argue with that in a way.
I would agree with that definition. Because
100%.
I would say 90%.
Yeah.
Just because really it is one of those things, it's escapism, you know? After a long day of work or school, you switch on that Love and Hip Hop or whatever it is, and it takes your mind off of everything that's going around in your life, you know? I wouldn't say you learn too much from it.
Yeah.
But I would say just from watching reality TV over the years,
Yeah.
I learn a lot about people.
Yeah.
How they think, how they react when they're under pressure, all that kind of stuff.
And of course, trends, because you know how popping they always
Definitely,
look on reality
definitely,
television.
definitely.
So it is informative in that aspect.
In that sense, yeah.
Tell me what kind of reality television you like to watch, because there's competitions like Survivor, for example. Then there's Real Housewives of Johannesburg, which is just pure entertainment. So which one of the two are you like?
I would say I actually started off with like the competition ones, because my first introduction into reality TV was the show Survivor.
I think with everybody.
Yeah, I think with everyone.
Yeah.
It was Survivor, and then things like Big Brother and Jersey Shore and all that kind of thing. That was my introduction.
Shower our Big Brother.
Exactly. Exactly. But now I think I'm definitely more Real Housewives. Utatako locally.
Yes.
Date My
We're
Family.
going to talk about shows like that.
Love those kinds of reality TV shows. Yeah.
What is reality, if you could define it? That was actually the first question I should have asked you and then jumped right into it. But reality, what does it mean to you?
It's such a difficult question to answer. I feel like reality for me would have to be something that it's a feeling, ne? And I would say it's something that's like genuine.
Okay.
Something that's real.
Okay.
Something that's relatable. Because I feel like we could definitely be in a simulation, you know, and we would never know.
Yeah.
But the one thing for me that makes reality what it is that it feels real.
Okay.
And true.
So
and
every
honest.
reality show you've watched has felt real. None has felt scripted.
No, that's not the case. I think in terms of the realness, it's got to do with the emotions, the things that people go through, and how I relate to them in my own life.
Okay.
In that aspect, it's real. But a lot of them are scripted, and I don't have an issue with that, hey? I feel like with Love and Hip
I
Hop
don't think it's like
that,
necessarily like, okay, now Tasha, you say, oh my word, Taryn, why? Like, I don't think it's like that. I think they
definitely
put
set
two
them
people,
up.
in a
They set them
situation.
up, and
then
they
there's
tell
camera,
them what to
talk about this. Yeah.
Definitely. And the thing is also they fuel them with things like alcohol and all of that stuff to get the drama pumping. So it's not necessarily real.
Yeah.
But it is real in the sense that it's real people.
Yes.
And these are the real issues that
they're
are
going
facing.
through.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you what your favorite reality television show is a bit later. But right now, which reality show did you watch and were you like, Astonate, never again? And why?
I have to think about that one. There's a channel on DSTV called Moja Love.
Okay.
It's getting very popular now. There's a show that's hosted by Umzilakazi wa Africa, and they basically just talk about taboo relationships and all that stuff. One of the episodes spoke of a sangoma, a gay sangoma, who had, I think, 3 quote-unquote wives. And for me, the reason why I was like, a little bit skeptical is because it seemed as though his wives were actually not being treated well.
Okay.
The show in itself is not too bad. I quite enjoy it. It's funny. It's one of those things you hate watch, you know?
Yeah.
You watch it just to laugh and judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we spoke about that show on Mojo Love. Do you think it would have been different if it was an American show? And if it would be different, why do you think that?
I think that it would be different. And I think the one thing that would make it different is that I feel like with American TV shows, they have better cameras.
Okay.
They have better producers. They have better presenters. They research things better.
Yeah.
Because they've obviously been in this field for way longer than we have. I feel like we're only now breaking into reality TV.
Okay.
So I feel like in that sense, it would have been different. But with that being said, I feel like when it comes from South Africa, we get stories that are so much more interesting. Like you get people with such diverse backgrounds and lives.
So for example, sorry to cut you. So with, I know in America there's a show called Who's Your Daddy or something. And in South Africa it's Utatako. So, you know, what are the differences between those two? If you like, okay, if you've ever watched Who's Your Daddy, because it's kind of like the same. It's the same storyline, and it's kind of like the same thing. It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I haven't really watched it, but definitely in that sense of professionalism, you can sense it when you watch the shows from overseas. I feel like we are trying and we are getting better here in South Africa. Like if you think of shows like Date My Family.
Okay.
It is getting a little bit
Would you go
better.
on Date My Family?
I would never go on Date My Family. I would never go on Date My Family. Just because I feel like everyone there is kind of like a fame chaser. They're not really genuine. They're not trying to really find love.
Yeah.
All of them are actors and presenters and all the stuff. Yeah.
So if you would have a reality show in South Africa, what would the concept be?
I think the concept would be my life.
Okay. So you wouldn't mind being in a reality show?
I don't think I would. I think just one of the things that would make me wary about it would be that I live a life that my parents don't necessarily know about.
Yes.
So that would make me a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But I think I live quite an interesting life, and I feel like just being in my 20s and grappling through issues of like school and boys.
You'd want to show all of that.
I'd want to share that because I feel like a lot of the time we feel like there's no one that can relate to us.
Yes.
We're the only one that's going through certain things. So I feel like to have a person like me who, you know, is going through those things would be quite cool.
So would you share each and every aspect of your life, or just tit-tat there?
I think once you decide to do reality TV, you have to go all in.
So you'd go all in, like so let's say you
in.
and I have a dispute and you have a reality show. Would you be like, we're filming this, like wow.
I mean, the cameras would have to be there everywhere I go to catch the drama and catch the tea. But I would show it. Otherwise, it really comes across as disingenuous.
Yeah.
As the watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I asked you about reality television, you said you like the drama of it all. What would you say to people that are like, "Ish, reality TV is too dramatic for me. I cannot do it. It's fake. It puts negative, concepts in your mind and blah blah blah." What would you say to people like that?
I would say, don't watch it. It's not for you.
Yeah.
No, there are people that really don't like reality TV, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the conversation around reality TV right now, especially overseas, is around how black women are painted and perceived.
Yes.
Just sort of how it brings a negative connotation to the black woman.
Yes.
But in the same breath, I feel like black women are judged unfairly because when you look at other like Real Housewives franchises that have white people,
New York and so on, so Beverly Hills,
etc.,
yes,
they are not considered ratchet,
Yeah, they considered, she's going through a midlife crisis.
Exactly.
She's got bipolar.
We sort of
she's
tend to
dealing with
understand
mental breakdowns.
Exactly, when it comes from white people. So it is what it is. We're all dramatic. We all fight sometimes, it is what it is. Yeah.
I just want to ask you a question. In terms of, for example, we have a lot of reality shows in South Africa: Idols, Survivor, SA's Got Talent, Big Brother, Tropical Island of Treasure, all of that. What do you think is the difference between that and American reality television? Because Idols is an American franchise. It's actually a European franchise. How do you feel about those franchises coming into South Africa and having reality shows?
I would say things like Idols I enjoyed a lot when I was younger, just because it was exciting. Oh, this American show is coming to South Africa. But I really do appreciate it when we come up with our own concepts of shows and start our own things.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they are way more interesting, in my opinion, than the franchises that we take from overseas.
So like The Voice, X Factor, all of those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Survivor as well.
Yes.
And Big Brother.
Yeah.
So many things.
There's been like copies of that happening a lot in the country.
Yeah. I think the ones that I do enjoy though are the food ones.
Okay.
Like My Kitchen Rules.
Oh, My
and
Kitchen Rules
MasterChef.
rules, like legit, yeah.
And I have to commend Mnet for just what a great show it is. It's such an amazing show. The content's really good. It's
and I was
shot
about to
really
say,
well.
we read the definition and it said for entertainment and not informative. With a show like My Kitchen Rules and Top Chef, I think you can get a lot from there.
It is really informative.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a huge foodie. I'm not a qualified chef or anything like that, but a lot of what I know about food and cooking comes from watching reality TV shows around food. And I feel like I learn a lot.
Hands down favorite reality TV show.
Reality TV show.
Yeah.
So not like a cooking show.
Yeah, but My Kitchen Rules is like a reality TV cooking show.
I really enjoy My Kitchen Rules. And then locally as well, I like Siba's Table. And I feel like you could categorize it as reality, because she shows a certain part of her life. She shows her husband and her children.
Do you think that was solely based on getting like audience numbers to watch? Because she could just show us what she cooks and that's that. Do you think her adding her family and, showing her marriage, was that to get more audience or to create drama?
I don't think it was to pull in
audience.
An audience. I think it was their attempt at making a good show.
Yeah.
Good, holistic, well-rounded show.
Yeah.
Which I feel like a lot of the time when it comes to cooking shows, they do talk about other aspects of their lives because they need a human angle. Yeah. So that people that are not interested in food can also watch it. I love that show and I love Siba. So proud of her.
That's good.
Yeah.
Where do you think reality television in South Africa is going right now? I
would say it's headed in a very good direction, hey? I feel like it gives opportunities to a lot of people that work behind the scenes. Yes. So like producers and cameramen and all that stuff start to get a lot of opportunities, which I think is great. Yeah. And I think that the content can only get better and better over time. We're
going to talk Real Housewives of Johannesburg after this. So don't go anywhere. Still, Film Chats with D, talking reality television.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za.
Hi, this is Kulus Kenjana, and you're listening to Actor Space's insightful conversations with Ayanda Sitebe. Makos.
It's the official Major World Online Stew Invasion.
Bars on bars.
What about me right now? It's about our guest. Bafethi skip on. I'm out ngatalele bafethi. I'm a play nyane studio bafethi skip on. Oh, freestyle nyane. Shenge freestyle. Fana kuma no baba Andy.
Hey baba Andy. Hashtag.
Ahlanganisela ama beat dog. Ngocela.
Young niggas ambition, waking up is working for money. Changing their past, feeding their fams, malang lali. We keep it running like SPV, exchanging money.
Man. Nice. Hey. Nice.
call them unexpected experts. White sweatshirt.
Hey.
Looking down on these niggas, my damn neck hurts.
Woo.
You can go ahead, homie, give me your best work. I bet you take your phone out and mumble up your first words.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
Whether you're an athlete or just going about your day-to-day business, use Turbo Freeze on the go for any pain relief or inflammation. It's the #1 pain relief formula. To find out more, log on to our website www.turbofreeze.co.za.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.
Now, before the break, we were just talking reality television and everything, and I did say that we're going to discuss the Real Housewives of Joburg.
Yes.
Opinions, thoughts, crits, applause. Let's hear it all. I want to hear it all.
Okay, when I first heard about it, that they're coming to Joburg, firstly, I was glad that it's being done by Bravo. So I knew for sure that
it was going to be good. Yes.
Yeah, I was very excited. And having watched
all the other franchise, like you've
all
literally,
the other
Phume has
franchises.
literally watched each and every franchise that you can think of.
Every single one.
Every single episode.
Even New Zealand. Even Canada.
I didn't even know New Zealand existed.
Exactly.
Yes, sorry, you were saying.
No, yeah, I really enjoy Real Housewives of Joburg. I like how it's shot. I like how it's presented. My one issue with it, I would say, is some of the talent. So,
what do you mean?
So,
Explain
for example,
that first.
Okay, I don't want to throw shade.
No, it's okay. You don't have to mention names, but
one of
the ladies.
Okay, the reason why people watch Real Housewives is because they want to experience a life that they don't have.
Okay.
So it's a certain level of opulence and wealth and luxury that we want to escape into because we can't afford to live that kind of life. So I feel like with one of the women that are on the show, she's not that wealthy, you know? And there's not much. You don't really feel like, oh my God, I want her life.
Yes.
Because
did you think that was the point?
I think that's the point.
Because I mean, when you're watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, they're all kind of, you know, comfy, cushiony, and
no, they are rich.
Yeah,
they are rich. They have Rolls Royces and all this stuff. You want to see people that are living a certain type of life, and I think that maybe in their first run, it's still the first season. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully they'll do better next season if they do get a season 2.
I think they will.
I also think they will. I think the viewership is quite good for that show.
I personally am a fan of Real Housewives Johannesburg.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a different reality. We haven't had this kind of reality show. You know, we've had Rich Kids that Vuzu did, and Preacher's Kids, PK, whatever. We've never really had this. You know,
where you see, housewives.
So it's interesting.
It is really interesting. I'm in love. I love Madame, just like everybody else
in South Africa. What a joke, darling.
What a joke, my darling.
My darling, yeah.
Love her because she's wealthy. She speaks what's on her mind. You know, yeah.
What reality show?
And can I just say to everyone out there, people need to stop judging Madame. She is an older woman who takes care of her body, who wears whatever she wants to wear. People out there, especially on Twitter, need to stop being so mean and judging her because of the life that she lives or because of what she chooses to wear. I don't care how
it's
old
her prerogative.
You are. It's her body. She can do whatever she wants. Just putting that out there.
Okay. Which show do you think should just be canned? I mean, we can talk about it. I personally think
Preacher's Kids was dead.
Yeah. No, I'm talking now. The reality shows that are still on television right now. Which one do you think just needs a bit of a break? Or like let them go for like 1 year and then come back with like different ideas and, you know.
The Entertainment.
I'm sorry I had to say it. Why?
Just because before they changed the format of the show and they brought so many.
I thought you were going to say Idols personally, but yeah, okay, but V Entertainment.
No, I really want to speak about this because I was a huge V Entertainment fan. I used to watch it every day at 6:00, like with my family, with my mom. We would all watch it together. And now when they changed the format, it's just like you guys changed a really good thing. Like they really messed up with that. I would say maybe they need to go back and regroup and try to bring back what we had before. Because I'm seeing on Twitter as well, a lot of people are complaining. They're just like, we want the old V Entertainment back. So that's one thing I would say. They need to rethink that whole setup that they have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was Disky Divas, actually, way back when.
I remember.
And there was this altercation on KFM between Nontle and Wendy. I didn't personally watch it, but I just had to do a bit of research. With things like that, women that like fight or whatever, what does that message send? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you're watching reality television. Let's say I'm on reality TV and here I am, you know, I feel like da-da-da. And then a different side of me comes out, you know, which is like a more violent, more aggressive. That's when I'm just like...
You know what I will say? I feel like reality TV does breed ugliness sometimes amongst people. Some people might want to show out other people.
And why would you want to be in a space like that? Do you get what I mean? The woman that like do it year after year after year, like...
Yeah, I mean, it brings about a lot of opportunities for them. I feel like anyone that's a reality star can sort of start anything. They've started clothing lines, they've started
makeup,
all sorts of
Drea,
things.
that was on Basketball.
Extremely lucrative, but I feel like it is a heavy price to pay.
Yeah.
Because the space that you're put in as the talent is a lot. And if you don't perform and you don't bring
they
the
literally
drama,
say, no, don't
gonna
come back
be
next
canned.
season.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think it's necessarily the healthiest thing to do as talent. But it does bring about a lot of opportunities for people.
So you'd advise like a girl who wants to be famous to go on like reality TV and do the thing.
I would say it's a good way. Maybe do a quick 2 seasons or whatever. Get your name and brand out there, and then move along.
If you were given full, you know, creative decisions and all the money in the world, with you being just the producer, not starring in the reality show, what kind of reality show would you create and why?
I would say I would create a reality TV show that's centered around maybe local people's stories, because I feel like the wealth angle has been done quite a lot, but it does pull people in because we love watching things that we don't have.
That's another thing I wanted to ask. What is it about like people fighting and being mean to each other that we love so much that we can't get enough of? It's
the drama. It's entertaining. It really is entertaining to see people's lives crumble.
Oh my God, Phume!
As bad as that sounds,
yeah,
it really is the most entertaining thing.
So you would have real life stories.
Real life stories told from
real life people.
Local people here in South Africa. I don't know, I'd have to think about it a bit more, but if I got the opportunity, I think that's what I'd do, and maybe put a more positive angle and not so negative.
Yeah. I wanted to talk KKW, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but we don't have enough time. But I know you started watching Keeping Up just like me in 2006, and I just want to talk about how throughout the years, not only have they changed how they look, but the quality of that show. It's like crystal clear, HD.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that just a little, like we've got 2 minutes left.
Okay, love the progression, but also it was so much better in the beginning because they were a lot more real. I feel like now they kind of play us with the bells and whistles and sort of don't delve into their real lives. Like for instance,
I mean, do you blame them after everything that's happened and, you know?
Yeah, I do. I feel like you've sort of allowed us to have a certain expectation of what you guys do and what you guys are, and you guys are no longer that anymore, so it's a little bit disappointing, but I still watch the show.
Always and forever.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us for this week's. Thank you so much for coming. You should come. You're more than welcome to come anytime you want.
I'll be back.
You better
I'll be back.
Be back. Thank you very much for joining us. If this was your first time listening, please do spread the word. www.brandlive.co.za. Film Chats with D every Thursday at 2 p.m. Please listen. Your support is greatly appreciated. I'll catch you next week. Same place, same time. I'm out. Have a good weekend. Long weekend Monday. We're not doing anything, so enjoy.